The Kimpa Development Initiative, an election observation group, has called for improved security measures before, during and after elections in Nigeria. For the 2024 Edo and Ondo governorship election, Ebuaui reports. Pre-election monitoring in Edo and Ondo State by the Kimpa Development Initiative revealed 210 cases of violence, including 110 cases of non-electoral violence and 98 cases of electoral violence, according to Initiative's 2024 final findings. This was made known at the unveiling of the Nigeria Election Violence Report, which highlights critical insight from the governorship election in both states.
Our pre-election phase monitoring, which began in January 1st, 2024, revealed 210 cases of violence combined. And when I say combined, whether electoral or non-electoral, with 118 cases of non-electoral out of the 210, 100 cases of non-electoral violence which has nothing to do with elections, and 98 cases of electoral violence in both states. Our findings were used to engage stakeholders, including security agencies and election management body, to aid their preparation for the election.
Tend to create this electoral offences tribunal moved out of the functions of INEC itself, because we want INEC to face the process of election so that they will not be distracted. So that we want to have professionals in the area of security and election management in the electoral offences commission. We want the support of every Nigerian by the time we go out for the public hearing, for people to really come out to support all these amendments that we are proposing to give Nigeria a good electoral process.
KDI's Executive Director Bukola Idowu emphasized the importance of collaboration among stakeholders, calling for a broader approach to election security before, during and after polls to curb election violence.
Sadly, before the election in Ondo, we had one person died, and in Akoko area, and then in Edo, a policeman died before the election. Why the election day was peaceful? Of course, we have few issues of violence. For instance, in Ondo, Idori, where we have shooting that took place in that election. But why that was very peaceful, our report today that we are unveiling today shows that we need to do more as stakeholders, collaborating in terms of how we manage our election.
Stakeholders at the event called for stricter enforcement of consequences for acts of violence, stressing the need to deter perpetrators and uphold electoral integrity in the country.
When people are aware that there are consequences for their actions, then that means that they will pull back. They will want to rethink. They will have to think again and say, look, if I do this, there will be consequences. But when there is no penalty for actions, that's when people go about. So it's not only during election that we actually implement measures to make sure that we don't allow violence in our communities.
And they have the fear of allowing whatever they are doing, they will obey the government. Definitely the election, there are rules and regulations. If they are able to adhere to those rules and regulations, definitely there will be less of electoral violence. So every time, especially on Human Day like this, with the imam and all the preachers, they take it as a point of duty to inform them that there is need for them to maintain dignity, or maintain good behavior during election.
The initiative also urged stakeholders to address pre-election and post-election challenges to ensure peaceful and credible polls in the future.